17:45 and having a teen girl and a teen boy. Now imagine yourself having a sex talk with your teen boy and girl. Imagine you telling your boy how to put on a condom and telling your girl like don't have sex without protection. And if you do have sex, don't have sex. And if you do have sex, use protection. Um, I will have that talk with my kids when I do have kids, but unfortunately, a lot of parents now don't have that talk with their kids. Sex isn't a bad thing. All of us in here are gonna have sex, either when they're 15 or when they're 21 or even later in life. And that's what parents don't understand, that sex isn't a bad thing, and they don't talk to the kids about like becoming a teen mom or like some of the things that they could do to prevent this. Um, I am a teen. Well, I have 1 year left. Like I'm not gonna be a teen anymore in 1 year. But my sister, she's a teen mom, and it's really hard for her. So that's why teen pregnancy caught my attention. I think that schools should have more funds and more programs to talk about sexual ed in school, because a lot of schools don't even let teachers talk about that. First, I will be talking about the problems of teen pregnancy, and then I'll be talking about the causes in teen pregnancies and the solutions. One of the biggest problems, I think, is that a lot of teen moms know that the government is going to help them with are going to help them when they have their kids. They know they could apply for Section 8. They know they could get food stamps. They know that there's a lot of different programs to help them with their kids, so they take advantage of that. I feel like they take advantage of it. There's an article in the LA Times published on March 7, 2014, stated, if I have children, I would qualify for subsidized rent for a 2 to 3 bedroom apartment in our complex. You have to have a low income and you have to be dependent to live where we do. I could also qualify for a Section 8 voucher, which the government pays up to 70% of your rent. In the same article, she explained how one of her friends told her to get pregnant instead of going to college because the government will take care of it. I think that's a big problem because that like is getting like our economy worse. Instead of like having these programs, well, I'm not saying to get rid of food stamps and get rid of all these things, because there's people that actually need it and actually like don't have like the resources to like work and stuff like immigrants. But I'm saying like instead of like they could reduce these programs and they could help to do like better things like open up programs for sexual education and programs for like college resources and a lot of different programs. Another problem is a lot of teen pregnancies, a lot of teenagers that have kids drop out of high school and don't end up going to college. In the article, teen.com, oh no, in the website teen.com, it stated there are state governments that forbid, wait, in the article American Promise Alliances, it published stated having a high school diploma is no longer enough to provide a young person with the skills they need for a 21st century economy. They also stated 40% of teen moms finish high school and less than 2% finish college by the age of 30. And that to me is a problem, because these girls are like, they could be doctors, they could be teachers, they could be engineers, they could do anything with their life, but instead they're letting the little boy ruin their chance of becoming something they could be. And now that I've talked about the problems, I'm going to the causes. Yeah, one of the causes is that high school they don't teach any because I used to go to a high school where one of my health teacher, she gave us extra credit for going to a clinic and getting a green card, and that green card provides with free pregnancy tests, it provides free blind pee pills, it provides condoms, it provides so many things. That are for free, and that teacher got fired because we didn't have enough funds for health. I think health isn't a requirement for high school anymore, and I think like that's one of the biggest causes that like they're like eliminating all these like things that could prevent pregnancies. In the website that's called T.com. It says there are state governments that forbid any source of teen sexual education in schools at all. This means that teens that experiment may not have information on birth control and are more likely to engage in activity that results in teen pregnancy. Um, and that's horrible because like they have no resources to prevent this. Another cause is that a lot of the parents don't talk to the kids about. A lot of the parents don't support their kids. Like you can go to your mom and be like, oh, I want to get that B pill. She's gonna be, I mean, birth control. She's gonna be like, you're crazy. Like you're too young for this. But I think that's bad because that's one of the biggest causes. Because why is it that Hispanic parents, or Hispanic culture is the highest rate of pregnancy? On the website of Adolescents Health stated, Hispanic adolescent females ages 15 to 19 have the highest birth rates, 38 births per 1,000 adolescent females. And that's crazy because we shouldn't, like, I'm a Hispanic and it sucks that we are known for like to have the most babies, and I think that's because our parents don't talk to us about like birth control, condoms, or the Plan B pill, or anything like that. And I think that should change because well, yeah, that's one of the causes because parents are like being close-minded about this, and they shouldn't be close-minded. So now that I talked about some of the problems and some of the causes, I'm going to talk about some of the solutions. Some of the solutions is to fund to have funds for sexual education in high schools. In the website Long Star College it stated most of the sex education in schools consists of one message: don't have sex, but if you do, use a condom. The problem that I can't decide right here, this is that teenagers are not being exposed to incessant information on variation forms of birth control, condoms, and other methods that are available. So I think a lot of parents have the ability to say to demand LAUSD or any other things to ask for sexual education, and I think the parents have the power. They have to they need to talk to the LAUSD districts or any districts around the world. Another solution is to warn how bad. Well, it's not bad to have a baby, but how hard is it to have a baby? Like you have to sacrifice so many things. Like you have to sacrifice your body, you have to sacrifice your education, you have to sacrifice a lot of things to have a baby. And now that I talked about some of the solutions, my speech is coming to an end. I talked about the problems. I talked about the solutions that I've talked about the problems and the causes and the solutions to teen pregnancy. So wrap it before you tap it.